At barely 17, Samir Kantar led an attack on an Israeli settlement in Nahariya. Along with 3 other fighters from the Palestinian Liberation Front, they infiltrated by sea. 4 Israelis were killed, 2 policemen, a father and his daughter.
Samir was always a mysterious boy. He would never say what he was doing. I didn't know about the operation until it was reported in the media.
That was on April 22, 1979. Almost 30 years later, Samir's family waits for his return. Samir is Israel's longest-held Lebanese prisoner who is serving 4 life sentences. To his brother, Samir is a freedom fighter, not a cold-blooded murderer.
Samir announced a lot of times that he did not kill the child, and the child was killed during the operation and during the attack due to the very, very high level of fire from the Israeli side.
Samir grew up in this home in the Druze village of Abay. For many Lebanese, Samir is a political prisoner. And for years, Hezbollah, a group which didn't exist in 1979, has been trying to secure his release through prisoner exchanges. Working for Samir's freedom has been Bassam's cause for years, even though he was 1 year old at the time of the Nahariya attack. He hasn't seen or spoken to his brother since. All he has is Samir's letters and the political views he expresses from prison.
Samir is, I can say frankly, that he's a unique guy. And I think that for me at least, I am very ready to be introduced to a brother, but also I am very ready to be introduced for a person that I'm really very anxious to meet him.
The long years Samir spent locked away have not changed his beliefs. He has repeatedly refused an Israeli demand to apologize for his action, an act his family says was motivated by what he considered injustices and oppression against the Palestinians. Zana Khadr, Al Jazeera, Abay, Lebanon.
Well, some Israelis have been very critical of President Shimon Peres's decision to approve Kantar's release. Among them is the mother of Danny Haran, who died along with his daughter in an attack by Kantar in 1979.
Now, how government can give him freedom to such a man who didn't show mercy to the small girl, such a 4 years old? I think that the government made a big mistake.
Lebanon laid out a red carpet on Wednesday for the return of the 4 Hezbollah fighters captured during the Second Lebanon War, and Samir Kantar, the Lebanese terrorist jailed in 1979 after murdering 4 Israeli civilians, including a child. The Lebanese government declared Wednesday a national holiday, and both the Lebanese Prime Minister and the Lebanese President are scheduled to attend the ceremony celebrating the prisoners' return.
انتصار عز وكرامة للشعب كله بلبنان ودول العالم كلها والعربية خاص. أيوة شو المطلوب؟ أنا حاضر لكل شيء. شو بدنا أكثر من هيك؟ أسرة وشهداء من السبعينات على بلدنا عز وكرامة وانتصار.
Hezbollah has tried dearly to paint the prisoner exchange as confirmation that the organization was justified in its 2006 cross-border abduction, which sparked the Second Lebanon War. In the war, the Lebanese economy was set back an estimated 10 years, the entire south of the country was destroyed, and Hezbollah lost 2/3 of its fighting force at the time. Until the end, Nasrallah toyed with Israel and the international media about the fate of the soldiers, seemingly taking pleasure in causing horrible pain to the families of the abducted soldiers. Just last Tuesday, Hezbollah released a report saying that one of the abducted soldiers could still be alive, a report that the families now know was pure malicious propaganda. Instead of expressing remorse or respect for Israel's fallen soldiers, the Hezbollah-led celebration is decorated with posters boasting of the pain and suffering the organization has caused to the Israeli people.